What's good, family? No intro, no outro, just straight fire. I haven't posted a video in a very long time. I got wind of a really good opportunity that one of my mentors put me on, and I had to go ghost for the YouTube. But my goal moving forward is to post my trades that I take every single day on here. I'm not gonna really give y'all my methodology to an extent, but you all know I trade primarily smart money, and we all know where smart money comes from. So that's usually, well, that's not usually, that is my primarily methodology. Chasing after liquidities and then also trading sessions per session. So with that being said, I'm going to show you the trades that I got in today for Monday, the 29th of May. So being that it was a federal holiday in the United States, I did not necessarily want to trade New York session because I knew the volatility was not going to be that great. So I instead traded Asia into London. And before I really start, I'm going to go into all my indicators. So this, I caught a 9%er, and then on AUD, USD, 6.36. All right. So I'm going to go to a fresh start. Oh, a fresh start. A fresh chart, and then show y'all how I got into this trade. So let me remove drawings. So right now I'm on EURUSD Forex.com. All right. So before I go into anything, I'm going to show y'all the indicators that I use. The first indicator that I use is called Asia Session Range, and it literally shows you session per session. So blue is Asia, this greenish color is London, and then this grayish color is New York. Another indicator that I use is Fair Value Gap by Nephew Sam. Helps you find fair value gaps. I enter in off of order blocks and fair value gaps. Like I said, that's just my entry model for myself. And then last but not least, an indicator that I also use, which shows me the changes of character. I can catch the changes of character with my eyes, but not all the time. I'm by a computer to like watch the charts. So these send me alerts. So smart money concept. And I customize it to where it literally just has me show. It just shows changes of characters for me. And then I can set my alerts, enter in whenever I get a change of character, mixed with a fair value gap, mixed with a liquidity sweep. So going in today for EURUSD, like I said, I knew it was a bank holiday for the United States, so I didn't necessarily want to trade New York session. New York session is the session that I primarily trade between the hours of like 7:30 to 12 o'clock, give or take, or 8 to 12 o'clock. But like I said, being that I knew New York was kind of wonky, I didn't necessarily want to, get in on that. So first things first, I seen that Asia session. Set my alarm for like 2 o'clock to wake up at 2, because that's the end of Asia session. At 2 o'clock, I seen that Asia session was primarily trending bullish. So I knew because Asia session was trending bullish, there was a whole lot of buy side liquidity that had to potentially be taken out. So what I did, waited for a liquidity sweep of Asia's highs. All right. Which is right here. Right? Boom. Had a liquidity sweep. And then I set my alert to hit me with a change of character, which is right here. And then as soon as I got that change of character, I have to go back. All I was doing was waiting for a fair value gap. So in this case, with this change of character, it is several fair value gaps. So how I like to do this is I look for the fair value gap that is closest to where the change of character was. So the change of character was right here. This is the closest fair value gap. Right here. So this would be my entry, stop loss, and then my take profit would be Asia's lows. Now, this is crazy when you use certain brokers, because on the broker that I primarily use, boom, it hits me in and then it drops, right? It tanks. On the broker that I primarily use, and as you can see, this hit me in perfectly on the fair value gap. And that, if I use this broker, Forex.com, it would have gave me a good 4%. What's crazy is I use FXCM as the broker of choice. So FXCM got me in at a little better entry. I got in right here on FXCM because I had my change of character, which printed way sooner, which printed up here. This was my fair value gap right here. And then because my fair value gap was so big, I took 50%. That's why you see in that fib, 50% of that fair value gap. I need to take the fib off because the fib be having, let me take that off. Let me just use a GAN box, take the fib off. Yeah, because the GAN box, yeah, boom. So got in at 50% of the order block, and boom. All right, so that was my first one. My second one, AUD USD, and I took it the same exact way. So I'm gonna show it to you on the actual broker that I use, because for some odd reason, FXCM and all that other shit, yeah, on Forex.com, they spreads don't look the same. So same thing, seeing that primarily Asia was bullish. What do we have? A sweep of the highs, liquidity sweep up top. Boom, set my alert for a change of character right here. As soon as I had that change of character, I'm going to reverse it up. Put on the fair value gap. Fair value gap, which is right here. But I also seen this order block too, where I was just like, okay, price is going to come up to here. Because what I noticed with AUD USD is it'll kind of move, have a little spike, and then drop. And then boom, price fill that order block, fill that fair value gap, and then tank and take profit hit. Why did I choose to use, oh no, why did I choose to use this particular spot as my take profit? Well, if you look, there wasn't a lot of like crazy movement inside Asia session. It wasn't a lot of consistent movement inside of Asia session, similar to EUR USD, how Asia was just trending up. This had higher highs, higher lows, it had some dips, and then it started trending up. So within that, there was a change of character right here that kind of started this whole move. So for me, this is an ideal place to take profit. Another reason why this is an ideal place for me to take profit is because this is a range. At or about 50% of that range is where a lot of volume is. I'm not going to really go on a volume profile and why volume profile is important, but that's where I decided to take my take profit, right above where price held a lot of volume. So hopefully this made sense. I will see you all tomorrow so that we can run it up for Tuesday. Peace.